Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today this is going to be just a slightly different video, and I'm going to include a little bit of gameplay, maybe over here, or over here. We'll see where the gameplay actually comes in, but regardless, what I did want to talk about with you guys is the fact that I recently had a meeting in regards to Forza Horizon 4, where we got to see like a build of the game where we had like the open world and stuff like that, and you know, got to watch them driving around, and you couldn't record any of it, but still nonetheless got to see it and got to actually find out some really interesting things about the game in general. And I decided to do a more of like a personal kind of video instead of a commentary over the demo gameplay, because you guys have seen the demo gameplay over and over and over at this point, and I feel like it's probably good to kind of mix in something else just to kind of add a little bit of variety. Now, the game itself is very, very pretty, and not only is it very, very pretty, but the world looks great. And I'm going to confirm right here that paved mountain roads with switchbacks and everything like that are officially confirmed. I've seen it. I have seen them. They are coming. I actually saw that someone shared the actual video, recorded video of my live stream over to the Forza Reddit, which is awesome. And a lot of people were talking over there about whether or not, because we had talked about twisty, curvy roads and tight roads, whether or not those would be paved. They are. I've seen it. They are. Don't worry. We're good to go. So, with that being said, they've also made some big changes to the Horizon Festival. And when I say that, they've actually made it a little bit bigger. They've made it so there's things to do within the Horizon Festival. Mainly, you've got a massive drag strip within the Horizon Festival itself with tons and tons of lanes, which means like you and a bunch of your friends or just random people can just line up and boom, drag race. There's also a drift pad, a massive like drift bowl at the Horizon Festival. So you've built a drift car, you want to slide it around with your friends, go for it. You're good to go. Like, you have a practice area to where you can just be like, bam, I'm in. I'm just gonna go ahead and test out this drift car. I want a place to test it. Go for it. So it's little things like this that have definitely changed the game. And you can actually see this shirt, this Welcome to the Horizon Festival shirt. The only reason why I have this shirt is because I basically made it all the way through the demo on the, what was it, the motion rig. Yeah, all the way through the demo on the motion rig. I think like with gold on each little level portion. But anyways, moving on to the next thing, the online modes the online mode is actually really cool, and I'll definitely say that I think a lot of you guys are gonna like how it supports the idea of like, oh, do you want to play by yourself? Cool. Or like, oh, do you want your world to be full of other online players? Cool too. So that's one of the biggest things. It's like, it's not an always online game. It's not an always online game at all. Like, not whatsoever. In fact, you can choose no matter what, like how you want that world to be set up, which is really, really awesome. And I know that that's going to kind of like take a lot of that stress off of people, because a lot of people were worried it was going to be always online. But don't worry, it's not. Now, progression-wise, this is big. Like, this is huge. Progression-wise, if you are, say, for example, a painter, you can progress you can go all the way through the progression without ever leaving the paint shop. If you are a tuner, you can make a career out of tuning. If you are a drifter, you can make a career out of drifting. So that's another one of these cool systems that they've created here, and what they've incorporated is like, if you don't want to just race, then you don't have to. You can make your own, effectively, anything that requires a certain skill, like tuning, painting, drifting, racing, all of those things can allow you to progress through the game. Also, in terms of the streaming aspect of the game, that I believe, like the streaming aspect of the game, like if you wanted to get XP for streaming, I believe that only works through streaming on Mixer, which that makes sense as to why it would only work through streaming on Mixer, but I'm curious to see if people like, I don't want to say abuse that system, but like, I do wonder if there are things in place to prevent people from like just kind of, you know, turning Mixer on and then just, you know, going to sleep and just leaving it there. I hope there are measures to prevent that, because that could be kind of a, you know, kind of an iffy way to rank up. But with all of that being said, I'm very excited about the actual Horizon Festival being expanded and adding the drag strip, adding the drift pad, and adding all these different ways to progress and, you know, and unlock everything. And I think that's really, really cool, really interesting, and I can't wait to see what they do with all of it. I think it's going to be, number one, I think it's going to be an absolutely incredible game to play, but with all of these features, like, again, of course, you know, the Formula Drift Pack and all of these other, like, drift customization and stuff like that, these are features that we have wanted for a long time. I mean, and say, for example, the fact that tight, twisty, curvy mountain roads with switchbacks and stuff are back, that's toge battles, that's toge drifting, that's tandeming, that's all of these things that we've been wanting, again, for so long in a Forza Horizon game, and we finally have them. So this has been a quick little overview of everything that we talked about in that meeting, but also, one of the biggest things, too, besides all of that stuff that I think I need to touch on is the fact that the game itself, right, the game itself is... It's interesting how it's set up, right? The game itself is set up towards the fact that, like, so you're used to, at this point, you're used to being the boss of the Horizon Festival, right? Well, that's changing. That's changing. You're coming back as a newcomer, and everybody is coming back as a newcomer. So you have to kind of pull your way up through the ranks again, which I think is personally really, 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 really cool. And number one, I think it's cool because ranking up that way, like going back and going through the ranks like that, is part of what makes Horizon fun to me, or really what makes any game fun to me. I love, like, starting out, like, right at the bottom of something and then, like, really working hard to achieve something, and I think that they've really kind of taken that approach this time, which is really, really good and really, really cool. But that in itself is a really cool thing in general, but just going over the whole aspect of like all these aspects that we've all talked about, I think that probably the one I'm most excited for, honestly, is the tracks at the outpost. I mean, like, dude, the drag strip and the drift pad at the outpost, that's going to be so freaking awesome. Like, I cannot wait to play with that. And oh, they have a new anti-griefing system as well. So, like, if you're just driving around in the, you know, in the online world where everybody else is a real player, if someone, like, comes to just slam into your car, like, just boom, and they're not, you know, in co-op with you, it will auto-ghost them through your car, right? So they will not be able to slam into you and ram you off the road and ruin your day, or ruin your multiplayer session, or not even a multiplayer session. It's not even a multiplayer session anymore. They're literally just playing the game. So again, they've done that to hopefully kind of negate people trying to grief, and that I think is really, really good, because that really makes the game a lot less. It kind of takes some of that worry and some of that stress out of it. But if you guys enjoyed this video and all these details on Forza Horizon 4, don't forget to slam that like button. Tell me in the comments below what y'all thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.